how to read reversals, why you should read reversals. Is it possible to not read reversals at all because you hate them and they stress you out? We will talk about it all. If that sounds good to you, keep watching.
Welcome to the Happy as Annie YouTube channel. Let's talk about tarot.
What are reversals anyway? If you're super new to tarot, reversals mean when the card comes out upside down. That's it. Does it mean anything if the card comes out upside down instead of right side up? Some people say no. If the card comes out upside down, some people just turn it around right side up and keep going with their reading. Other people take reversals or upside down cards very seriously. The belief is that if a card comes out reversed, it's reversed for a reason. And a reversed card has a different meaning than an upright card. So we'll talk about those different meanings today. So reversals add nuanced meaning to the cards. However, because reading tarot is an intuitive process, meaning there's no precise mathematical interpretation or answer to any tarot spread or tarot cards, you can rely on your intuition and what you're feeling from the cards to get nuanced meanings anyway, without worrying about, oh shit, this card came upside down. Well, what does the upside down mean? And I thought it meant this, but now that it's upside down, maybe it means this. And maybe you've experienced that. I know I did. When I first started reading tarot, I read reversals. And in fact, I was going through a phase in my life where I swear to God, every card was coming out reversed, to the point where I just started obsessing over it. Like, why is everything reversed? And does it mean this? And does it mean that? And does it mean everything is bad? Does it mean I'm completely blocked from intuition? Like, I just started obsessing over reversals. And that was when I decided, enough reversals. They're not adding to my tarot readings. And tarot is supposed to be an intuitive process. And your intuition, your soul, your higher self, your true self doesn't obsess. What does obsess? Your ego. So that was a sign to me that my intellectual brain, my analytical ego, was doing what it does best, which was trying to take over the process and think my way through it. And that's not what tarot's about. So first and foremost, if reversals are causing you to overanalyze, to second guess, to obsess over meanings, f it. Don't read them. If you are curious about reversals and want to learn how to read reversals, because they do definitely add a whole nuanced, richer, multiplied layer to your cards, then this is the video for you. In true tarot fashion, there is no one true correct way to read reversals. In fact, in all my research and reading and talking and learning about tarot, I've distilled it down to 4 basic ways to read reversals. So I'm going to walk you through those 4 ways today. And that's kind of the whole point of this channel. I do all the legwork and the research and the studying because I'm a nerd and I like doing that stuff. And I distill it into a neat package for you to consume easily in one YouTube video. So I'm going to go through all 4 ways to read reversals and show you an example of what that might look like in a certain card. At the end of this video, we're going to put everything together and then see how it actually plays out in a reading. The first way to interpret the meaning of a reversed card is to interpret it as the opposite of what the card normally means. Here's an example. So let's say you draw a card like the 3 of Swords. So normally this card means what? This is some kind of pain, right? Painful communication, heartbreak, some kind of grief, sorrow, stuff like that. If it comes out reversed in your reading, what could that mean? So the first way to interpret reversals is that the reversal means the opposite of what the card normally means. So if the 3 of Swords normally means grief, heartache, and pain, then the 3 of Swords reversed could mean the opposite of that. Love, getting over a broken heart, kind words, the subsiding of grief and sorrow. The second way to interpret a card that comes out reversed is to interpret it as meaning that there is too much of this card's energy. Here's an example. So let's say you're doing a reading and you get the Nine of Pentacles. I love the Nine of Pentacles. This girl is straight up my role model. Why do I say that? The Nine of Pentacles is a luxurious, fancy lady. She is chilling in her vineyard. She is enjoying the abundance of life. She's living the good life. She is grateful for what she has and accepting and enjoying the abundance that life has to offer. But what if this card comes out reversed? So one way of interpreting reversals is that it means too much of something. So if the Nine of Pentacles means living the good life, enjoying life's comforts, luxuries, gratitude for everything you have, a reversal might mean too much luxury, too much comfort. Perhaps you're spoiling yourself. Perhaps you're a little too laid back or materialistic. Maybe you're sitting on your laurels, feeling fancy, and what you really need is to get off your butt and start working a little harder. So that's an example of a reversal meaning too much of an energy. The third way to interpret a reversed card is to interpret it as not enough or too little of this card's energy. Here's what I mean. Let's say you get the Three of Pentacles in a reading. What does this card normally mean? What is the upright interpretation of it? In this card, three people are collaborating or working together on something. You see this guy is trying to put up like some piece of this wall or something, but whatever he's doing, he needs these two people holding the blueprint or the map or the instructions. So this card is about teamwork, getting help, helping others, collaboration. So if the reversal could mean too little of a certain energy, then perhaps the Three of Pentacles reversed means there's too little collaboration going on. Perhaps you're trying too hard to go it alone. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't try to do everything yourself. Talk to your friends, talk to your family. There's too little seeking support going on. And finally, the fourth way to interpret a reversed tarot card is to interpret it as internalizing the meaning of the card. So instead of this card's energy playing out externally in the world around you, the card is trying to tell you something about your internal state or something you need to pay attention to inside yourself as opposed to out in the world. Here's an example of that. Here's a card I used to draw all the time, the Tower. The Tower upright means there's some kind of intense, earth-shattering, ground-breaking upheaval or chaos coming your way. The Tower's main message is that you can't build anything on shaky ground. You need a solid foundation to live a fulfilling, happy life. So something's gonna happen and you're gonna have to pick up the pieces and deal. So what if the Tower shows up reversed? Well, one possible way to interpret this, which we just talked about, is that it could be that you need to internalize this message. So the Tower reversed might not necessarily mean that something external is going to happen to bring some kind of chaos or catastrophe into your life. It might mean that there's some kind of internal foundational shift going on. So the Tower upright might mean something like you lose your job, or you lose your home, or suddenly someone moves in or moves out, or just some intense, crazy shift happens in life. But if it's reversed, it might mean that suddenly you have this epiphany or this realization. Some value or belief that you've held your whole life is questioned, or you find out something that just changes your outlook on life. Suddenly you have this mindset shift, this changed perspective. That's all internal, right? Nothing in your external world is necessarily crashing down on you, but you feel this crash and foundational shift going on inside. Let's try to put it together in an actual reading. So let's say you're doing a 3-card past, present, future spread, and you get the 8 of Wands, Judgment reversed, and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a past, present, future spread. What could this possibly mean? How I would weave this spread together might sound something like this. You've always been a hard worker. In your past, growing up, you've always been an overachiever. You work hard, you do what it takes, you keep busy. You've been working your ass off your whole life. But now you're feeling this disconnection. You're feeling like, what was it all for? Perhaps you're not getting the recognition you want from your boss or your family or your partner. Perhaps you're wondering what all this hard work was for, but whatever it is, you're just kind of feeling unfulfilled and a little aimless. But don't worry, because your future is looking great. We know that you're a hard worker, and despite feeling a little aimless and unappreciated right now, you're going to be so successful. You are going to be able to provide for your family. You're going to be able to have a happy, fulfilling home, a happy family life. You'll live in comfort and luxury. So all your hard work is going to pay off. Don't let this current feeling weigh you down. You might need to do some soul searching, journaling, therapy, but you can get through this and it'll all be worth it because the 10 of Pentacles is in your future. So see how that reversal played into it? The Judgment upright usually means you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel like you belong, you're getting credit and connection and this feeling of resolution or culmination of your effort or something like that, right? But reversed, in this sense, I chose intuitively to interpret as the opposite of that. You're not getting connection. You're not feeling like you're recognized or appreciated. You don't feel like you have a place in this world. So it's kind of a combination of the opposite and too little of some energy, right? How did I know to pick that? I just kind of felt it. It just kind of came to me. It could have been something else, right? Perhaps an alternative could have been you're judging yourself negatively. You feel like you're not reaching some milestone or not giving yourself enough credit. Whereas externally, everyone's super proud of you and you have a lot of family and friends rooting for you, but internally, are you rooting for yourself? There's some self-judgment, lack of self-love going on. So I could have gone that path too. That would be the fourth option of interpreting reversals, which is internalize the energy of the Judgment card. All right, so as a recap, the 4 different ways to read reversals include 1, the reversal means the opposite of the card's meaning. 2, it means there's too much of something going on. 3, the reversal could mean there's too little or not enough of something going on. And 4, a reversal could mean an internalized meaning of the card. So a lot of people say, okay, great, like a reversal could mean all these different things, but how do I know which one it means in this spread? It's not algebra. That is where your intuition and your feelings about what you're seeing in the cards come in. All right, that is all I have on reversals for you today. I hope it helps you approach them in a less overwhelming and intimidating way. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel to be notified of all the future tarot content I have coming your way. Thanks a lot and see you next time.